Welcome back. In the last video, you learned how to identify the main key of a piece. The best clues are the key signature and the final note. Or, in the case of chords, the bass note of the final chord, because it determines the tonic. However, not every piece has a key signature, and the key can also change over the course of a piece. So how can we tell which key we are in at any given moment? As you learned in the first video on keys, a key is always defined by the notes of its underlying scale. The scale provides the entire pitch collection. So in order to identify a key, you always have to identify the scale behind it. Let's look again at the melody of Ode to Joy by Ludwig van Beethoven. The final note is D, and the third above it is F sharp. Only the first 5 notes of the D major scale appear. D, E, F sharp, G, and A. Everything points to D major. If you look very closely, you might say, strictly speaking, the notes B and C sharp are missing for a complete D major scale. So could it be G major instead, since G major also contains F sharp? That would not be correct, for 2 reasons. First, the melody clearly treats D as the tonal center because it ends on D. Second, the missing notes often appear in the harmonies of the accompanying voices. Let's look at a 4-part version of the melody. Here, the melody is harmonized with appropriate chords. In these accompanying parts, the notes B and C sharp appear repeatedly. If we now list all the notes that occur and arrange them as a scale, it becomes clear that the underlying structure is the D major scale. Let's listen to the melody again. First without accompaniment, and then with accompaniment. You will hear how the key is reinforced by the harmonic context and by the addition of the 6th and 7th scale degrees. So when you identify a key, always pay attention to the pitch material. Write down all the notes that appear and arrange them as a scale. In minor keys, the leading tone, the raised 7th scale degree, is often added, which distinguishes the pitch collection from that of the relative major, as you learned in the video on relative keys. To identify the main key, the key signature and the final note or final chord are also very helpful. As you can see in the example, there is still one foreign note in D major, C natural. You might already guess what this could indicate, a change of key. And that is exactly what we will look at in the next video. Subscribe to our channel and give the video a like so you can complete your knowledge about keys. See you soon!